Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the very first Nudgers podcast. Now, normally I can go live and I'll talk about random things. And I thought to myself, well, rather than going live, I think instead um, I'll just do a podcast to see how it goes. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is throughout like a few days. So I'm going to be doing, let's say, two a week to start with, just to see how it goes. I'm dipping my toes in the water, so to speak, just to see how well I can do. And then if it starts doing well, when I can get quite a few of you beautiful people to subscribe, then I'll start doing more and more. And obviously, the subjects that I'm going to be covering is basically everything and anything with this podcast. So sit back, relax, and hopefully, if I can get you to hit that subscribe button and that like button as well, because that's just as important as we have a little chat. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today, just to get it started, is what gave me the idea for this podcast. So, I've got three different channels on YouTube. One of them was actually doing, well, I say okay, for me it was okay, and that's the Nudgers Reaction channel. Now, some of yous may have seen it, some of yous may not have. Well, unfortunately, last week I was hit with a demonetization order, so I'm no longer monetized on that channel. So at the moment, I'm still deciding on whether or not what I want to do with it. So, do I want to continue? It's taken me a year and a half, almost 2 years, to get over 2,500 subscribers on the reaction channel, reacting to mostly music, so rock, heavy metal. But I'll listen to anything. I've been doing Lucy Thomas. I don't know if you know about her. She was a young lady that appeared on, what was it, The Voice Kids years ago, and since then she's carried on singing, and she's made quite a name for herself. So there's a lot of her songs on my channel. If please go right ahead, go check it out. All you have to do when you go to the search bar, just type in at Space Nudger. And there I am. You see that little one? Nudge's reaction channel. So you click on there. There's my reaction channel. There's a video I did because I was demonetized. I was not happy. But there's Lucy. There's some what if videos that I was doing as well. We've got Love Bites. We have, and in case you don't know, Love Bites are a Japanese all-female heavy metal band. They are really, really good. The way I call them the female Iron Maiden. That's how good I think they are. I've got Michael Jackson, David Bowie. Just go check it out, guys. Honestly, I mean, if you want it easier, just go straight into the playlists, and you'll see playlists for everything. Lucy Thomas, REM, Motown, my live streams, Michael Jackson, Tom McDonald, Battle Beast, David Bowie, Kiss, Rammstein. You know, it just goes on and on and on. So head over there if you want. Hit me up with a subscribe. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with it. So I'm taking a week or two just to figure out if I want to carry on growing the channel, even though I'm not monetized on it. So we'll see. But anyway, back to the podcast. So yeah, I started this podcast because I want to do something different. I'm always watching other people do podcasts, and I thought, well, why not do one of my own? And I can talk about a few subjects that I know pretty well. One of them in particular, online casinos. I know them very well. So why not? Let's have a little chat about them. So whether you're in the UK, America, Australia, well, not so much Australia, they're very strict on their gambling. So, because I've been to Australia a few times, and the only place I could gamble properly, like on slots, was at the casino. There's one casino in Perth, that's it, and that's the Crown. So, and I'll be honest with you, their slots are very outdated. They're very old. They're nothing like what you see in Vegas or anywhere else. Yeah, no, they are very old slots. So they're very behind with the times when it comes to online casinos because they don't allow it over there. So yeah, I started playing online casinos. Ooh, when did I start? I think it was back in 2016 or 17. I'll say 17. And the first casino I played on was Casumo. And I'm not promoting any of these casinos, just to let you know. And I mean, Casumo doesn't deal with the UK market no more anyway. You know, since the what is it, the UK Gambling Commission, since they started putting so many stupid rules and regulations in effect, so many casinos are like, we ain't staying here, we're gone, and they left the UK market, which is like it's sad because some of the casinos were pretty good. They'd give really good offers. You'd get good bonuses for being like a customer, whether it be free spins or um, tickets into a draw, things like that. You'd get options for it, you know, deposit match bonuses as well. So if you deposited £50, they'd match it, which was always good. I enjoyed that. That was fun. But no, they don't do it anymore. So a lot of the casinos left the UK market. And now the ones we do have over here are so regulated, it's ridiculous. And that's why I think a lot of people, especially streamers, because once upon a time you would have so many casino streamers on YouTube or Twitch, you know, and they'd all be playing the same casinos and everyone knew each other. This was the thing. There was quite a community. And slowly but surely, they started dying off one by one. The channels, not the people. And people then started doing crypto casinos, or they was using a VPN, so that once the rules came in that you couldn't do bonus buys, people were using VPNs so that they could. And unfortunately, with that, if the casino cottons onto you doing that, well, that breaks the rules of the casino. And because it breaks a lot of the casino's rules, they can take whatever winnings that you have, anything that's in your balance, they can just shut your account down and you've lost it. So if you've had, imagine getting a mega win, right? Something really, no, I wouldn't say life changing, but let's say 4 or 5 thousand, and you can't withdraw it. You know, that's a killer, that is. I know because the very first time, like I was telling you, the very first time I was playing on Casumo. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was using an older phone and it wasn't that great. A lot of the slots wouldn't even load up. That's how great the phone was. But I managed to load up, I can remember a couple of the games. I remember doing Book of Dead and Danger High Voltage, and I think Montezuma and 300 Shields. And all I deposited, I think I deposited £50. I can't remember if I got a deposit bonus, I can't remember what. But I managed to get it up to 4,000. I was over the moon. Because I remember I was talking online with a couple of friends, and I was saying to them, like, dude, I've just won 4 grand, and all I can hear coming through my TV as I was talking to them was, collect it, take it, take it. So I was trying. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And obviously they wanted documents, didn't they? Proof of who I was. So back then I didn't know any better. I just thought, oh, are they scamming me? You know, is this a scam? I'm not going to give, because obviously passport, bank details are what a lot of casinos would want as proof, like verification of proof of your address, proof of who you are. But I didn't know that then. So I was very reluctant to do it, and I waited a little bit, and I was working it at the time, And I remember I was sitting in traffic with a friend of mine in the van, and I ended up putting about 2,500 of it back. So it was only once I got home after that night's work, very frustrated from being in the traffic and losing 2,000 or just over. I was like, right, okay. So I uploaded the details, put them in, and lo and behold, back then it'd take 3 or 4 days to get your money. It's not instant like it is now. And I think I got 1,500, something like that, which wasn't bad for 50 quid when you think about it, but it drew me in. It drew me in, and that's how they do get you with a lot of people. You know, lucky enough, I mean, I can take or leave slot machines now. Doesn't bother me. You know, and as this channel that it used to be, this channel that I'm using now is the Big Time Nudger channel, as it used to be called, which was exclusively for slots, as you can see here, like Nudger's slots channel, Nudger's there, like there's bonuses that I've got. So if you want to take a look, go right ahead. But I'd prefer it if you didn't, because I'm starting this podcast channel. All that is irrelevant. You know, I'm wiping the board clean, so to speak. This is the first video that's going to be of me doing a podcast, and hopefully, touch wood, there'll be lots and lots more to come. I really, really hope there is. But yeah, it goes on, and then you see one casino where you get a nice offer, and you think to yourself, okay, is there any others? You look for more, and the more you look, the obviously you'll see lots. Deposit, get 150 free spins, get 200 free spins on this game. And what they don't tell you is each free spin is only valued at 10p, right? And not only that, wait for it, this is for people who don't do online casinos, by the way. If, no matter, even, let's say if you got very lucky and you won £15 from the free spins, right? You managed to get a bonus and it pays you £15. Brilliant. Now that £15 you've got to wager 35 times normally before you can withdraw anything. So think about it. 15 times 35. Yeah. Exactly. So you have to wager, what's it go up to? £400? £450? It's, don't get me right, I know my math is off. I know my math's not right. So my brain ain't working, you know. I'm still quite nervous, I'll be honest with you, about doing this podcast. Because I'm sitting here, I'm looking into the camera and the wide blue yonder, wondering if anyone will see this. And probably not. I mean, I'd say maybe one of you guys out there will give me a watch. Brilliant. I couldn't ask for more. Even just a one. That's something, isn't it? That's a start at the end of the day. And I think starts are very important. So even if I can just get one, and that person to even just leave me a comment saying first subscriber here, will make, I'll tell you what, that will make my week. It really will. After getting demonetized on the other channel, to get this one going and to have someone saying first subscriber will mean the world to me, guys. So yeah, but going back to the online casinos, they do draw you in with their offers, and before you know it, you're with maybe 4 or 5 different casinos. A lot of the casinos now are all owned by the same companies, so you don't really need to upload any documents because they have them already. You know, so I'm not mentioning any casino names, but a lot of them are connected. They're what they call sister sites. So that's how it works. You know, such and such is the sister site of this, such and such is the sister site of that. And you'll know because the layouts are virtually identical. It's just obviously a different name. So, but it is a dangerous thing to get into. I mean, people say, oh, only gamble what you can afford. Well, technically, in this day and age, no one can afford to gamble anyway. Money's hard to get for a lot of people. So what money they have got, you need to keep hold of. The price of food is going ridiculous. You got the government arguing with farmers to the point where pretty soon, you watch, things will start. You'll go to the supermarket and there won't be stuff on the shelves because the farmers won't work. Because is it worth it? So yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there for today. So that's the first podcast out of the way. Just to give you a quick insight as to what's going on. Like I said at the beginning, we're going to be talking about absolutely anything. We're going to be talking about different sports, ancient places like civilizations and stuff like, like ancient Egypt and Göbekli Tepe, theories on Atlantis even. We'll be doing stuff about astronomy, so we'll be talking about the stars, the planets, the solar system, the universe, everything like that. We'll be talking about classic TV shows and new ones as well. What ones I like, what I don't like. I'll even be asking random people, what do you guys like think? So you can get in on the conversations by leaving me comments, and it's always handy, isn't it? Interaction is key. So as well as music, old and new, as you know, I've got my music reaction channel, so I can talk about that. I can talk about what bands really I liked on there and how I came about to listen to them. So yeah, there's plenty of conversation, foods, drinks, you name it, we're going to be talking about it, guys. All these in upcoming podcasts. It's Tuesday today whilst I'm recording this. The next podcast, official one, I will be doing tomorrow, which will be what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing Wrestling Wednesday. So if you're a pro wrestling fan, tune in and have a listen. Listen to what I've got to say. Listen to what this old fart has to say. And I might actually surprise you with my knowledge. I really will. And I'll have some, what's the word, like pictures and stuff that will surprise you. So, yeah. On the whole, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next podcast. See you later.